Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Offline Dynasty. We are in off-season 2018. Coach Carousel, we're not going to do anything about it. Just want to see what kind of opportunities arise. So let's skip to my next offer. I just want to see what potential offer I would get. I'm not getting any of those. Yeah, it wasn't even an option for me. Why did it say it was? Thoroughly confused. Whoop, my bad. So Wisconsin, potentially. Not interested. Like I said, we're staying at Boston College for a good while, so we're just taking a look just to see Maryland. No, really, like none of these are my opportunity. I don't understand. So anyway, whatever. We're just gonna skip to the end of the coach carousel because we don't want to go anywhere anyways. We are perfectly content to stick with the team that we're at because next season we're resetting the entire thing. It won't really matter. We're not going to be this coach anymore. I think I will keep the coach XP the same, so whatever I end on is what I'll start with and go from there. But we're going to advance it to the next stage. Players leaving. We'll be right back. All right, on to the players leaving, and as you can see, I got a new defensive coordinator, which is very nice. Coach Skilltrees, he's an 11 overall, which is perfect because our offense is our offense is a 12. Wow. That's definitely going to help. Having a defense is going to be pretty stacked, so we want road close to help stop the run and power moves and whatnot. We're going to be able to shut down passes if possible, and then what we want to do, block shedding or man coverage. Let's go ahead and do the man coverage and then block shedding. What we got here? Ball burglar, catching traffic, tackle. We want tackle. I don't know if y'all noticed, but sometimes tackling is really rough in this game, so I want to increase that if all possible. So John, welcome to the team, buddy. John and Mike with Doug. That's an interesting trio right there. Didn't think you would ever hear those three names together unless you're from the north, and that would make more sense. Players leaving. Let's see what we have. Anybody want to go anywhere? Pro draft. Only one guy, Myers. He's going projected the 4th round. That's not bad. Everybody else is graduating, so nobody wants to leave early, which is nice. But we're losing a lot of players, which I'm not too happy about that. But it happens. Coach changes. Was there anything big? Any major changes? We just want to look at head coach changes. Retired. Nick Saban retired. Wow. So no longer there. Fired. Art Pryles was fired. He didn't have a good record in the video game, even though he has in real life. Anybody else? ECU, doesn't really matter. Florida State. Jimbo Fisher got fired. He didn't do good there either. Indiana didn't do good. Louisville. Man, a lot of teams just didn't step up when they needed to. Retired. Who was that? Who retired? M. Riley. Can I just see who retired? Wow. Everybody that got fired. And NA extensions. We didn't sign an extension. We ain't about that. We just took it and retired. Okay. So Mac Brown, M. Riley, and Nick Saban all retired. There you go. That's what happened. Josh Smith took over as UT. Let's advance to the next stage. Checking out the draft results. He went in the 4th round. I'm happy with that. Middle of the road. Pretty good running back. Anybody wants to come to my school? Didn't think so. All right, on to, what is it? Players leaving? No, recruiting. All right, on to the recruiting stage. And I did have an awesome idea. I don't remember if it was in this series or my other series, the Online Dynasty, where somebody was like, just showcase their recruiting, but then put that up at the end of the year. And that is an amazing idea. Kind of break it down on a week by week. How I set up my board and how I move people off and on. I thought it was a genius idea. I'm going to try to do that after the season, even though it won't really matter because I'm not staying with this school, but it's a good idea. I only have 1 scholarship remaining. I've recruited my butt off. I am very happy with the recruits I have got so far. I have 1,100 points. What could you be, Mr. Coker? A quarterback, a decent safety, maybe just not very fast, so maybe better off as a quarterback. Yeah, I'm happy with my quarterbacks though. What about you? Where am I rated on you? On these guys? Because that makes a difference. Oh, way high actually. All right, let's check out the scouting then. He could be a decent quarterback. Got pretty good speed. Not really much for hit power, so maybe a corner, maybe a receiver. William Pryor, definitely not a quarterback. He would be probably a receiver more than likely. That's what it looks. 6'6". That would be a huge receiver. He's not quite fast, but huge receiver would be very nice to have. So I'm going to put, this is what I typically do. I put half my points on one person, or about half, and then the other half on the other person. So 11,500 would be, was that 5,750? Should be about half. So we're going to put actually, we're just going to go full on like 6.5 for you, and then we'll put the other 5 for somebody else. I wish there was a way I could do like incrementals, like half points here, half points there, whatever. And then I think we're actually going to look at this other linebacker if I can. So I'm going to put the other 5,000 on him. So that's typically how I roll, how I do it. Nothing super fancy, nothing super special. I only got 1 scholarship remaining anyway, so it didn't really matter. I've got 24 out of 25 people. We're going to advance it and see how the recruiting played out. Alright, back at signing day, take a look at what we got. And then I always like to double check my recruiting report just to see who went where. And if I got everybody. Coker didn't go anywhere. Went to Virginia Tech. Ended up out recruiting me there. Randall, didn't I put points on him? No. Put points on the 6'6" receiver who I ended up getting. And it did say it was a receiver. So everybody else went somewhere else, which is fine. Whatever. I'm not really worried about it. But we did really good, man. I think we had the top class pretty handily. 3 5-stars, 12 4-stars, 9 3-stars, and 1 2-star. Had a great recruiting class. 3 athletes right off the bat, 2 linebackers, a tackle, quarterback, wide receiver. So we definitely increased our secondary. Defensive line, corners, we definitely increased our secondary, which I needed, or my defense, which I needed tremendously. So that's going to help coming into this next year. So there's the top classes for you. On to the next stage, which should be position changes. So we'll be right back. Right now, for position changes, it's a little bit kind of roundabout way to do things. I typically go through position by position. I got a 91 quarterback, and then an 80, and then a 74 who probably will never play for me, because especially since he's a senior. So I will not even keep him on my team if all possible. Running backs, got a couple of guys. I'll leave that how it is. Kirby will more than likely start. Freshman fullback. Wide receivers, there we go. We got some speed, got some height. What we got? 6'1", 5'10", 6'1". Wait, oh, I haven't moved the athletes over. I was like, where's my 6'6" guy? So far, nothing really I need to change. I mean, if I could get some offensive line moved around, with a 73 as a left tackle is not good. Like, if I can move this left guard to somewhere else and he'd be better, that's what I would like to do. Wow. Wow, we are definitely hurting on the offensive line. What was my left tackle? Yeah. We're going to move some of these guys around. I'm just going to move him to the left side, because why not? And then what did I have here? 75, 61. I mean, this guy's, whoop. This guy's never going to play over there, but I just want to have it even, so everybody's got their backup or whatever. Left end, there we go. My end's looking stellar. Can you play anywhere else? 71 defensive tackle. I got a crap ton of defensive tackle, so more than likely not. Can you play offensive line? No. No luck there. What about for you, 72? Make a 70 middle linebacker. I like that. Anything else? 73 defensive tackle. All right. Right ends also looking good. A 79 freshman coming in. Probably won't start for us. No. But he'll get plenty of playing time. There's no doubt about that. Defensive tackles, I'm loaded on defensive tackles. I don't need to move anybody around there. Linebackers, I'm still hurting on, but I definitely increased, because most of these are people I recruited. Both of these are guys that I've recruited to come in. It's definitely going to help out. Right side's a 72. No, not much luck there. Corners, look at that. I got just a JUCO, but a junior coming in. It's a 79 overall. A couple of freshmen. I think we're going to be sitting okay. So I like to kind of roll through, see what I got, and then after that, go through my athletes and move them around to where they need to go. So I got 4. You could be a quarterback. What else can you be? Quarterback 79, 72. No, I'll put you at quarterback. That's where he's best at. Cooley, he'd also be a quarterback or wide receiver, or running back actually. 77 wide receiver is not too bad. Can you be? Nope. So another quarterback. Okay. Ward, where are you going to be at? Another quarterback or a running back? 75 running back. Not quite fast enough to be a running back, at least in my opinion. Did I just get like all athlete quarterbacks? Because that's what it looks like. And Pryor is going to be a receiver. So I'm going to go backwards first. because I know where he's going. 77 running back, but he's 6'6" though. Yeah, 76 wide receiver. So now we go back through, check out the quarterbacks. I got way too many. I will probably cut you because I don't need you. I got 4 quarterbacks and then a senior quarterback. Golly. Only got 3 running backs though. That's where I'm going to be hurting if somebody gets hurt. Wide receiver wise. Pryor. That's not bad. He'll probably drop down below Prater because of the recruit or because of the training results, but we're all good. So I'm gonna make some changes and we'll be right back. Alright, went ahead and made through all my changes. We're gonna advance it into training results, and then we'll look and see how our team did, and then we'll go on to the cut players. For the training results, how did we go improvement wise? Quarterbacks, Quinn's a +4. I'll definitely take that. Kirby and Kirk both improved quite a bit, so they're gonna be my 1-2 punch, which is not really a surprise. Fullback doesn't really matter. He doesn't play much. Wide receivers, Prater, nice to have the speed, but we're still hurting at the receiver stage. Tight ends all improved very nicely. Offensive line, that's where I needed the most improvement. There we go. Got some guys in the 80s. +7 for my center. Nice. A freshman that's at 81. I'll definitely take that. The offensive line looking okay. Could be better. Defensive line so far looking pretty stacked. Yeah, buddy. Linebackers, it's going to hurt because we just recruited our butt off for those guys. So we are going to build that up. Same thing with our corners. We're going to lose a couple more seniors this year, but we definitely improved there. Safeties. So we definitely improved overall. Very happy with how that played out. So let's go on to our cut players. Okay, so we have one too many players on our team. Let's kind of see where we can cut. We have a walk-on quarterback. There you go. That's all there is to it. I mean, like I said before, we're not staying with this team next year, so it doesn't really matter who we cut where. I want to hang on to you just in case somebody gets hurt. But I mean, we're good here. I could leave it here. But typically, I like to go through and see who can get cut if I have some extra like walk-ons or something like that. Got a couple of seniors, so I'm gonna leave these 2 freshmen. I'll probably redshirt both of these guys here for next year. I'll probably redshirt him for next year also. Like I said, even though I'm not staying, 2 juniors, 3 juniors, and a senior. I'll probably just go ahead and cut the senior because he's not going to get a play anymore. There's no point in holding on to him. Next, I could probably go ahead and do that with him, but I'm going to keep him just to see. Freshman, sophomore, junior. Let's go ahead and cut some of these middle linebackers because they're not going to play. I like to free up as much room as I can. You know, a lot of these people won't play anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like, I'll probably redshirt 1 or 2 of these guys just because. Maybe not. Typically I would, but like I said, I'm not staying or I'm resetting next year. I'm going to keep both of these because this guy's a senior. So that's typically how I roll through my cut players. I'm going to advance it. It's to the custom conferences. I don't think the conferences are set up correctly currently. I'm not going to really worry about it. I'll do that whenever I reset it. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip past custom conferences and go to the preseason. Okay, I'm not going to set up my recruiting board like I mentioned previously in the video. I'm going to do all my recruiting like in a separate video. I'll kind of give updates throughout the season, but I'm going to do all those and roll them all into one at the end of the year so you can see my philosophy and my mindset when I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my redshirt players and then my depth chart, and then we'll check out the schedule. Now when I redshirt, I typically go through different positions that I think will or won't start. This guy probably won't play, which is fine. This guy probably won't play, but you never know. So I'm actually going to go ahead and redshirt Cooley and leave 3 quarterbacks. Running back wise, I'm going to redshirt Ward and actually keep the speedier Graham in just because he's a lot faster. And I like typically the fast guys. Redshirt the other fullback because he won't play. And I'll redshirt this quarterback or receiver. That way I have 5. And then anything that's a double. So I'll redshirt this freshman because I already have a sophomore that's 1 point right below him, so it's not going to hurt anything. Center, right guard, right tackle. I'll leave him because he's going to start. He's going to start all 4 years. Now the ends, I'll go ahead and redshirt both of those guys because they're not going to get a play. They won't get much playing time. I'm actually going to redshirt this dude because he'll start all 4 years after this. Defensive tackle. I'll redshirt probably all 3 of these freshmen because the juniors are going to get more of the playing time anyways the next couple of years. I'll leave the freshman linebacker there. I'm going to go ahead and redshirt this one because after the junior leaves, I'll be good there. corners. I'm going to redshirt both of these guys. And leave... Well, actually, I'm going to redshirt all 3 of my freshmen. That's going to leave me pretty good the next couple of years. So I won't have to really worry about recruiting corners. I will have to do a little bit, but not a whole lot. And then redshirt him also, because he'll start every year after this. That's typically how I redshirt. I'll look and see who I have, when they'll start, stuff like that. Then I go into my depth chart, and then I put who I think will play the most. And I think that's perfect how that is. Quinn did very well for me last year. Kirby, Graham. Yep, I like how it's already laying out for me receiver-wise. My speediest guy is the number 3 receiver, which works out perfect for me. Oh, I'd like to have the 6'6" dude up in there, but it's all good. My two inside receivers are going to be my fastest guys, which is perfect for me. As long as they can catch the ball, I'll be happy. Tight ends look good. Tackles, guards, all that. I'll leave how that is. I think that's... I typically make some adjustments, but I don't really have to this year. It looks pretty good to me. I do try to make sure that I keep the backups as the backups for some of the positions. Some of them not really. But that way, if they do come in, the backups do get playing time. Oh, that dude's redshirt anyway. So, except for the strong safety. Forget that. Kick return. That's where I want speed. Speed, and then more speed. I don't really care who's the best overall battle. Who's redshirt. Ooh, Rogers. Who's really quick. So Rogers is probably going to... Well, I'm going to leave Prater, and I'll put Rogers right there. I was like, didn't I have it sorted? And then Rogers. Okay. And the same thing for the other side. Prater, and then Rogers. Just for speed, but typically Prater's going to do all the work. Because he's my main. Kick after onside. Long snapper. We're good to go. Now, as far as custom schedules go, I typically don't change them a whole lot. I like to give myself tougher competition. I'll play Notre Dame already. I'm number 23 in the nation to start the year. They're number 4. You can't really see it, but this is a good spot to see where you're ranked and where everybody else is ranked if you get the chance. West Virginia, Clemson, like my last... Wow, I play every week from week 5 on. Holy jeez. Well, I could probably change that Central Michigan game. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to do that. Give myself a bye week there. And let's play week 1. We want to play number 1 Alabama? Who do we got? Number 2 Michigan, number 11 Nebraska, 3 Oklahoma, USC Washington. It's like any of my old teams in here. Pitt or Northern Illinois? No. No, I think Maryland's supposed... Oh, they're supposed to be in the Big Ten, right? I don't remember. We're going to play Maryland right off the bat. See what we got. See what our team's up to. And if we can play our old team. So like I said, we're looking for a Penn State, Texas Tech, Northern Illinois. There we go. Northern Illinois. They're a ranked team too. That could actually be nice. No, we weren't Penn State. We were Pitt. And Texas Tech. We're actually gonna play Northern Illinois. And then I think that's the only option we got. So hey, I'm happy about that. We play 3 ranked teams to start the year. Our schedule's an A. Playing at Maryland, at home, and then at Notre Dame. Wow. That's going to be rough. Can I switch that? A-. No, can't make it even difficult, any more difficult. So we're good there. But we're set up, ready to roll, man. Our schedules are done. We want to save that. We're ready to get the season rolling. I'm going to cut the video here because I'm going to do my recruiting video for that little portion. But we are done. Preseason 2019 in the books. Ready to get to week 1 where we play Maryland. That's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time.